पहिले म्हणल्यार लेटेस्ट रिएक्शन from various sources and various individuals is one reaction by Dr. Rao, who is the airport director. जो म्हणटा की 15% रिडक्शन इन फ्लाइट्स जाल्ले आहा गेले वर्सान, बट दाबोली विल सर्वाइव बिकॉज इट हॅज गॉट गुड पोटेंशियल अशें आतां प्रुडंटान हाडलां. आतां इफ इट हॅज गॉट गुड पोटेंशियल देन वाय इज देर रिडक्शन? सिंपल क्वेश्चन. If the potential is good, then why is there reduction? So everything comes to what I had raised in the house. कि जो user charges जो केल्या त्यो वाडयल्या, making दाबोली not feasible or not viable. आणि हे केला कोणे? हे केला ERA म्हणून ताणी. ERA is a organ of the Civil Aviation Ministry. Civil aviation is coming under the central government. And central government and state government is a double engine सरकार. सो हे तांणी तांचे लेवलाचेर सेटल करूंक जाय आशिल्लें. तें आतां सेटल जायना आनी लोकांक दिसपाक लागिल्लें आहा. रेस्टॉरंट्स, गुड रेस्टॉरंट्स इन साउथ गोवा आर बींग हिट 40% लेस गिरायक रेवेन्यू इज वॉट देर दिस थिंग पीपल हॅव कम टू मी एंड टोल्ड मी दीस. सो अशे परिस्थितीन कालचो स्टेटमेंट मोविन गुदिनाचो की GMR प्रेशर घालता दाबोली बंद करपाक आनी मोपाक एनकरेज करपाक, दिस इज अ शॉकिंग स्टेटमेंट एंड दिस इज अ क्लियर कट इंडिकेशन ऑफ वॉट आय हॅव बीन सेईंग ऑल अलोंग की सरकार हातून भितर इन्वॉल्ड आहा. GMR म्हळ्यार कोण? GMR म्हळ्यार सरकाराचे PPP पार्टनर. Goa government is 26% or 30% partner or 36%, whatever. It's a partner in Manohar International Airport. So तुमचो पार्टनर दाबोली एअरपोर्ट बंद उडोवंक सोदता आनी तुमचो मंत्री हें उलयता. कितें उलयता? जें आमी सांगतात तें की दाबोली म्हणटा तें बंद पडटाच. 27-28 मेरेन दाबोली उरना. कित्याक 27-28 मेरेन दाबोलीची फी खंयच्या खंय पावता, युजर फी चार्जीस आनी मोपाच्यो सामक्यो कमी उरतल्यो. सो इट वील नॉट बिकम फिजिबल. आतां पसून थोड्यो जर विमानां उरलीं जाल्यार ती 27-28 बंद जातलींच. आनी हे हाजो इम्पॅक्ट कोणाक जाता? हाजो इम्पॅक्ट जाता नॉट ओन्ली साउथ गोवा रेस्टॉरंट्स or साउथ गोवा हॉटेल्स or the cream of high class tourism, but the entire tourism economy of the state. हें सरकार तकलेन कित्याक घेना? आनी the continued silence of the chief minister is something which one cannot understand. Mainly because his cabinet colleague is now saying what we have been saying. So now the chief minister has to break his silence. He has to come out with what is the truth and how they are going to make Daboli survive. The only way to make Daboli survive is that they should go to Delhi, speak to ERA and bring down those charges, the user fees, which have made high and which are making Daboli not feasible. So Movin Gudin ह्या दिसांनी दिल्ली गेला आनी हांवें पळयला तो खंयचे तरी हँडलुमाचे हें इनॉग्रेट करता. कितें तें फेर काय कितें तरी. तूं हँडलुमाचे फेरीक वता, तुजे ओन मतदारसंघान एअरपोर्ट आहा आनी तो एअरपोर्ट बंद पडटा आनी तूं स्टेटमेंट काडटा, पूण दिल्ली वता आनी त्या एअरपोर्टा खातीर कांय करना. सो ही इज इनकेपेबल ऑफ बीइंग not worthy of being a minister and representing his constituency, and he should resign first. First, the transport minister has to resign because this is a question of transport, and he's not able to save his own constituency where the airport is located. And to statement काडटा opposition उलयता हीच वस्त आमी असेंब्लीन उलयलेली तेन्ना आतां जर मोविनाक विचारलो तो म्हणटा इट्स इलेक्शन स्टंट. कसलो इलेक्शन स्टंट? गोवा फॉरवर्ड इज नॉट कॉन्टेस्टिंग लोकसभा इलेक्शन. So there is nothing, no stunt coming from me. I am not contesting the election. There is nothing when it comes to asking for votes. This is a serious issue that is going to affect Goa's economy because Porvori will be a perpetual roadblock. There will be issues in Porvori with regard to the new construction of the new flyover. And Goa will not become viable. My लोक म्हणटाले कित्याक येवचें आनी कित्याक त्यो फ्लायटी चुकच्यो. सो म्हाका दिसता एक की मुख्यमंत्र्यान आता कॅबिनेट कलीग आपलो ओन कॅबिनेट कलीग जे ओपोजिशनाची भाशा उलयता ताजेर मुख्यमंत्र्यान आपले कितें ओपिनियन हे बेगीन लोकांक सांगपाची गरज आहा आनी सामकी म्हाका दिसता टुरिजम इंडस्ट्री भिवपाची गरज आहा भिवपाची गरज ना म्हणटा तेणी भिवपाची गरज आसाच टुरिजम इकॉनॉमी ऑफ द स्टेट इज इन पेरील अँड दीस गायज आर डुईंग नथींग बट इव्हेंट्स हे हांगा थंय ओगीच भोंवतात आनी मोविनान काडला आनी he is conveniently felt that he should talk the language of the opposition because then you escape, but you can't escape. You are a minister in the government and you are representing Daboli, and how will Daboli survive, and for what will it survive? To smuggle gold? Why is it going to survive? कशी चलतले then Daboli? Now we know how to make it survive. How you know? What do you know? What is the secret? Your own, that Dr. Rao is saying that there is a decrease and it is bound to happen, he says. If it is bound to happen, then how are you going to make it survive? And understand one thing, there is a history. GMR was running an airport called Shamshadabad in Hyderabad. And the original airport was Begumpet. In that Begumpet, there was lot of development. Infrastructure development done by the central government, Airport Authority of India. And in spite of doing all this, Begumpet Airport shut down after the Shamshadabad started. So history has been created by GMR in Hyderabad and it can repeat in Goa. Now it is for the Chief Minister to say how this history will not repeat. And it is for the Transport Minister to resign and join us to protest against what is happening, kill the tourism that is being killed by the state government's inaction. State government म्हणटा आमच्या हातान कितें आहा आनी तुमच्या हातान कितें आहा म्हळ्यार कितें तुमचें कसलें हें तर तें डबल इंजीन सरकार तुमच्या हातान जर कांय ना जाल्यार तुमी आनी घेवन बसल्या कित्याक तें तुमी आतां लोकांची भाशा तुमी आतां ओपोजिशनाची भाशा उलोवंक लागले मंत्री उलोवंक लागले आनी लोक सुशेगाद आहा ओगी आहा आनी उलयलो जर कोण जाल्यार तो इलेक्शन स्टंट म्हणटा आमकां आमी उलयता तो इलेक्शन स्टंट कसो जाता हाव आर वी आय हॅव रिपिटेडली बीन सेयिंग दॅट आय एम नॉट गोइंग टू कॉन्टेस्ट लोकसभा इलेक्शन सो वेर इज अ क्वेश्चन ऑफ मी डुईंग एन इलेक्शन स्टंट बिकॉज आय एम द पर्सन हू इज स्पीकिंग विथ फॅक्ट्स नोबडी हॅज टोल्ड यू अप टू नाव द हिस्ट्री ऑफ GMR when it comes to Hyderabad and that it can repeat in Goa. So what I am trying to say is very clear. एक की मुख्यमंत्र्यान आपली क्लॅरिटी दिवची ह्या इश्यूचेर he has to break his silence. His continued silence only confirms my suspicions that the government is doing nothing and allowing Daboli to die. How die? By being suffocated with increased user fees. Second, his minister has to resign because he is incapable of doing justice to the tourism industry and saving his own constituency, Daboli. These are my demands. And third, Mr. Rao or Dr. Rao should not be making baseless statements. On one side, he says that there is a decrease. There is a 15% decrease. Second, he is saying this is bound to happen. And later on in the same statements, he contradicts himself by saying that Daboli has good potential and it will survive. How it is going to survive? How it is going to survive? See, people are not fools. You have to give them facts and figures how it will survive. It is not 2, you can have 3, you can have 4 airports. London has 5 airports. 5 airports are surviving in London. It means 2 airports will survive in Goa. There has to be a logic behind it. If it is going to survive, it has to be viable. If it is not going to be viable, it will not survive. Simple as that. So, सरकारान दाबोली एअरपोर्टाचे इम्प्रुवमेंटा खातीर नव्यो रनवेज करपा खातीर ओ नवे एरोब्रिज करपा खातीर पयशे मोडल्या इतले शेकड्यांनी कोटी हाजो अर्थ दाबोली उरतले असो कांय कायदो ना तांणी पयशे अशेच मोडिल्ले बेगमपेटाक आनी जेन्ना GMRन शमशादाबाद म्हणटा एअरपोर्ट स्टार्ट केलो तेन्ना बेगमपेट बंद पडलें ही हिस्ट्री आसा आनी असली बोकडे मारचे पयलीं कॅटांक गोंयचे जनतेक कॅटा करचे पयलीं विचार करून करची, कित्याक आमी हांगाचे सोशियो पॉलिटिकली कॉन्शियस लोक, आमी हुशार लोक आनी आमच्या कानान घालपाक तितलें सोंपें न्ही. सांग थंय कितें आहा?
इलेक्शन्स सारखे लागीं पावले आनी वन सायड दॅट रुलींग पार्टी इज आयिंग ऑन द साऊथ गोवा सीट. अशें आसतना ही डिसिजन जाता तेजेर कशें दिसता तुमकां? वेदर दिस इज रिलेटेड टू द इलेक्शन सामकें तोकार आसतना?
No, this is not related to election. This is part of a process. If it is related to election, they will reverse it just to fool the people of South Goa to vote for them. But it is not related to election. It is a process. And the process is such that Daboli is being killed. It is not being killed overnight. It is being killed as a process. It is a well thought out strategy. There is a method behind the madness. It is not just happening. It is just not spontaneously happening. It is happening as per a plan. And that plan has nothing to do with elections. On the contrary, elections may slow down that plan for a while, 1 or 2 months. But beyond that, nothing else is going to happen. If you understand and if you listen to the debate in the House on this, they even told me that now with Purvari work starting, we need Daboli at least for those 2 years. Means they want it for another 2 years. But even that 2 years is a doubt. I am expressing my doubt that it won't survive even those 2 years. Because today the fees, if you are taking a flight to Delhi, a local flight, forget the Qatar Airways or Oman Air or Air India going abroad to Gatwick. If you take a local flight, the fee, the charges, the fare, airfare is much higher in Daboli as compared to Mopa. So why will people take Daboli? Simple question. If एक 2-3 हजार रुपया पर टिकीट दर डिफरन्स जाता तर कित्याक लोक दाबोली येतले? ते 2,000चे पेट्रोल घालून मोपाचें येवया म्हणटले मरे. आनी ती आज परिस्थिती जाल्ली आहा. So government is not even able to save Daboli for the next 2 years. This is my fear. And if the government has got some rabbit out of the hat which they can remove, some major miracle that they have in mind, they have to break their silence and talk about it. And the only person who can talk about it is the Chief Minister. And if Chief Minister is of the firm conviction that his government is keen on continuation of Daboli, then he should sack Mohin Gudin for saying that a private company is exerting pressure on the central government, which is above the pressure of their lower engine. The upper engine is bending to a private company, but not listening to a local engine of the same political party for which these people defected and went in the name of development. So सांगचे ताणें की ती कंपनी आमचो बापूय म्हणून जाला म्हणून. आनी धर तो हें उलयता तें सारकें न्ही मुखेलमंत्र्याक दिसता तर ताणें मोहीन गुदिनाक इमिजिएटली काडचो. There is no better. This is a clear disobedience, insubordination by a cabinet minister who is talking out of line. Chief Minister is talking one thing. He is talking antipodal, completely contradictory to the Chief Minister. And the show goes on. People are reading the newspaper and enjoying. What is this? And you expect the opposition to be quiet. So we cannot be quiet in this type of a circle. We will have to speak out.